It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the big diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. And coming right up, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Portland Trail Blazers at Moda Center. The fans and coaching staff have been very pleased with the way Portland's been playing. Over the first half of the season, we've gotten a good sense of what this team is capable of. When they're on, which they have been consistently, they are an excellent unit. And tonight, we'll be seeing Russell Westbrook, somebody who impacts every facet of the game. And of course, Kenny, we know he averaged a triple-double at one point.
You know what? Westbrook and the big O, Oscar Robertson, the only ones to ever do that in NBA history. That's amazing.
Why you letting me
at 6 foot 3 inches?
breaking your ankle, bro?
Number 3.
Put him all on the floor. My jumper wet is
CJ.
Nobody started me on the sense. You know it's money like this to next. I'm getting up for the ticket check. I know you don't want to see it. I know you're remember when they used to sleep on me. Now they got missing the wrong clocks. I got a piece of
Number 34.
They got insurance for ankles, so you gonna be usually an all-star. I'm always breaking the ankles. That's why I'm usually an all-star. You never measure me all-star. Why you think I made the sauce? I'm already cooking as soon as I look at them. I'm putting the sauce on. You better take them and make it. I like to shake them and break them. Straight to the home to the test. I let you know I'm gonna make it. Because I'm like,
Once again, your Portland Trail Blazers.
you need your ankle bracelet.
We are live from Portland, Oregon for a Western Conference contest with the Trailblazers. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
So don't get your ankles taken.
Thunder made a special trip here for one game, back in Oklahoma City for the next one. They're still compensating for the loss of Ed Davis.
Kevin, it's just so difficult to replace a glass eater like him. I mean, he's somebody that has a commanding presence inside when you talk about rebounding.
And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. Plenty of teams struggled over the first half of the season, Doris, hoping for a change of fortune here in the second half of the year.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, one of the things they have to focus on are everything within their control. And two things that immediately come to mind, your effort and your hustle. You give 100% and you lay everything on the line every single night, and you're still losing games, you can still look yourself in the mirror. It's the teams where maybe there's some selfishness or there's a lack of effort for a coach. Those are maddening.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. They've got Luwawu. Paul George is out there with Powell. And there's Nerlens Noel. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard position.
And he's not going to miss.
Lillard against Westbrook. There's the pass to the Beast. Goes up on the block. Here's Durant. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
Aspect to his game, the mid-range where he can be efficient and effective is absolutely on point.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Lillard against Westbrook. Over Lillard. And it's Westbrook missing. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Durant, the pass to the Beast. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Boy, what wonderful vision. Kevin Durant with a
Here's Westbrook. Towns with the defensive effort.
I don't think the defense is much of a factor there. He just botches the finish.
The wide open look for Durant. Hits the three-point.
I think, Kevin, in time it became a way to build confidence to take on the world. That why not? Who says you can't? He lives by that maxim, and I love it, Kevin.
To the middle.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage.
Absolutely essential if they're going to win this thing.
Doris, look in your crystal ball. 5 years from now, who do you think will be the 2-3 best players in the NBA?
Well, certainly some of them. The thing is passing ability is extraordinary. I think you'll see him get a low post game, and I think he'll get a jump shot, and he will be unguardable. And one of my
Clock at 6. Shot from the top of the key, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Boy, that's a tough miss. Does well to get himself open and then botches it up.
Trent gets the bucket.
I'll tell you, that's a great...
Left in the first quarter of the game. Anthony against Parker. Pass to the Beast. To the middle. And finished off by Nurkic.
And very little defense here to start the game.
Boy, both teams rolling right now on the offensive end. We got a little barn burner cooking.
Schroeder against Parker. Schroeder dishes to Noel. They swipe it. Here's Trent. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
And how about the excellent court vision? Just keeping the defense off balance.
I'll tell you, Greg, his passing has been absolutely outstanding. He is threading the needle right now.
Now here's Anthony. 6 points for him. Got a piece of it, but they'll get another chance. Beasley kicks to Noel. Shot clock at 6. And another shot.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Here's the Beast, covered by Anthony, and finished off by Collins.
Clear.
It's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor, but replay's here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that one.
We come back right after this.
Anthony able to get on the glass and on the scoreboard.
Lillard outside. Here's the Beast. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard. Westbrook passes to Powell. That one, no good.
And really, they had the play all set up there, and it just breaks down.
I can't believe they didn't pull that one off. Everything seemed there. They've got to be upset with themselves.
Kicks it out to Lillard. And the Trailblazers, another 3. Back to Westbrook to stop the run. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 5 here tonight. The shot's good from the Beast. The Beast's got 5 points now in the quarter.
When you think about Billy Donovan, to me, he's a guy who values trust and building relationships with players. This guy is not a dictator. He wants to help players grow and develop, and that helps you win.
The three from George. Portland grabs the miss. Towns has got his 6th rebound on the night.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. And they're just dominating on both ends. And it's reflected now in the score.
Well, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
You know, what you love about Kevin Durant is he has established himself as a top 2 player in the NBA. But the reality is he's never forgotten where he's come from. His charity.
And in 2013, there was a series of commercials calling Durant the...
Oh, and he capped that one off with
on the glass, using that long body to track down those offensive boards.
Outside, Towns. Inside.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Here's Luwawu. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Here's Westbrook. And so it's Portland holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. New Orleans, you guys had a tough time stopping their offense in the first half. What do you have to do differently?
You know, we got to protect the paint. They getting way too many easy baskets. You know, that's us communication on front and the post and, you know, just communicating a lot more.
We'll see if those changes stick. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. What can you say? The Beast, an impressive effort here today.
I'll tell you what, he put together an entire highlight reel in that first half alone. Just a collection of spectacular dunks.
I don't know how you're not a big fan of his game. He plays fast, aggressive, and if you let him get to the rim, he leaves nothing to chance.
So for Oklahoma City right now, they've got Nerlens Noel. Powell is out there with Paul George. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Luwawu in at the 2 spot. For Portland, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
One shot, mind the lanes.
With the analysis.
Range game has always been attached to Russell Westbrook.
Lillard looking around. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And from distance, no less. What an as a team right now, they are all in sync.
The Beast passes to Durant. And they come right back with their own free. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more in store for you right after this. McCollum outside. Dishes it to Towns. Doris, when you view international basketball, 13 and 14-year-olds playing in academies, some players turning pro.
He will be safe.
Here's Westbrook. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 9 rebounds now tonight. And that one's good. Durant's got 8 points in the quarter. Well, something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
And I'll tell you, this is something you never like to see.
No, obviously something that, every player fears. The NBA has made player safety a priority, but injuries continue to happen.
It's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one, and that's the third of 4 straight played at home. Back to Towns. To the inside.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bucket. Now a timeout called by Portland. For Beasley, as most people know, Doris, it's been a wild ride getting here.
It certainly has, Kevin, but the talent was undeniable, right? Let's remember this guy was a former number 2 overall pick. Reality is, though, he had to spend some time in China. He needed an adjustment to both his game and his attitude.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, the Beast.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continues.
Their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Here's the Beast, defended by George. Towns trying to get open. Gets it to fall in the bucket from the Beast. The Beast's got. And here's Schroeder. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint. Point as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
Dominate. Good pass. Good win, fellas.